That's right, we're going to be tackling Xiangling today, whatever time it is for you guys. We're going to go over one of the easiest builds for you guys to get your hands on one of the most accessible characters in Genshin Impact, and she's on the banner right now. Today's video is sponsored by something that I could not recommend to you guys more, and this is going to be the Opera GX browser. The Opera GX browser is the world's first browser tailored specifically to you gamers out there via a lot of different features. The GX Corner is built to the demand of you gamers to let you know when the newest titles are coming out, as well as free games for you to try out. But on top of that, it also has both Twitch and Discord integration that you can just get at the click of a button while you're browsing the internet. And you can also never miss your favorite streamers ever again. You'll know when they're live based on this nice little facet here. So that's going to be amazing for you. You can also use that to check me out. Make sure you never miss me when I'm live on Twitch. But in addition to that, there is also the GX control feature. This is amazing. It allows you to control 3 different facets of your computer while using the Opera GX browser. The first one is the network limiter. This way you can control how much bandwidth you are utilizing through your browser, so you're never lagged out in your video games by having too many tabs open and too many things going on that you lose attention to in your browser. You can set that there. And then in addition to that, you can also set the RAM limiter as well. Make sure that you never are using too much RAM. Use just enough that you want during your browsing and gaming multitasking needs. And finally, the CPU limiter is there as well, guys. Now, all those advanced features, it even has the ability for you to customize the theme, so you get just the right look, what's appealing to your eyes while you're using the browser. You can even go in as far as adjusting the saturation, hue, and lightness, so everything looks exactly the way you want it to when you're using this browser. So you guys can get your hands on the browser and try it out. I'll have a link down in the description. Do go check it out and let me know what your favorite thing about the browser was. Thank you once again to Opera GX for sponsoring our content. Now, this build does not need any constellations, but we're going to go over the team composition that you're bringing, what's going to work for you there, and why it works, and what sort of gear you're looking for on the way up there. Now, the weapon that we're looking for here is the Crescent Pike. She's going to be your main damage dealing carry in this build, and she's a fantastic character with this weapon. You guys can get your hands on this one pretty easily, and if you are playing through Dragon's Spine, you have the option to craft the new one, because you are going to get a quest for a new physical damage pole arm. You can complete that quest, get the 50 primo gems, or if you want to, you can leave it uncompleted and use the prototype pole arm that you can get there to craft another version of this to upgrade it and get it higher refinement ranks. Now, with that being said, why is this so strong? For her fast attack speed in this proc, after you pick up an orb or a particle, your normal and charge attacks deal an additional 35% attack as damage for 5 seconds. This does not do what you may think it does do. TLDR, she attacks very fast with her normal attack here, the Dofu. And every time you see a strike here, so first hit, second hit, third hit is 2 hits, and that third hit, the fourth hit is 4 hits. Each hit is going to get that Crescent Pike damage as an extra attack. So this attack here that hits 4 times, Crescent Pike's going to hit an additional 4 times, 8 hits there. And instead of it being a 16.4 multiplier that you can see here, mine's going to be an additional whopping 35% multiplier. That's adding an 140% mod to that 4-hit attack there. This is adding a 70% mod to the 2-hit attack, and then obviously a 35% additional attack to everything else. These do physical damage, so they work with superconduct, and yes, they can crit. So you want crit hit rate, crit hit damage, all of that good stuff for you there. Now, when it comes to artifacts and artifact sets, what are we looking at here? There's 2 good sets that you guys can mix and match with, depending on what ones have the best substat rolls for you. Now, there is the 2-piece and 4-piece of the Gladiators Finale set. This is going to give you the 18% attack. That's okay, but then it gives you a 35% normal attack damage multiplier increase for the 4-piece there. That's very nice. We're doing a bunch of normal attacks in this build. The other thing that you can look for is the 2-piece of Bloodstained Chivalry to get that 25% physical damage increase straight up there for you. That's going to affect your normal attack as well as the Crescent Pike procs. It's very powerful there. And basically, if you want to determine how should I use this, what 2 sets should I use? Should I use 4-piece Gladiator? Should I do 2 and 2? Whatever have the best substats for you, that's what you're really going to be doing there, because once you level up her normal attack has a pretty decent multiplier there. But for right now, I'm using the Bloodstained Chivalry set. We're going to eviscerate some HP with this build as well. For substats though, crit hit chance circlet, that's going to be very powerful for you. You could do crit hit damage circlet if you have a bunch of critical hit rate substats. We're trying to get to 50% critical hit rate, 100% critical hit damage, keep that 2-to-1 ratio there. Trying the best that I can with this stuff. It's pretty decent, as you can see. Nothing crazy there. The Goblet's going to be physical damage Goblet. We're here to do physical damage. We're not here to do her pyro damage. We don't really care about Guoba that much. We don't care about her elemental burst. We care about physical damage with this setup. Attack percent Sands, once again, good thing to use there. You're looking for attack percent, main stat, critical hit chance, critical hit damage. And then we're looking for the substats, critical hit chance, critical hit damage, attack percent for the flower and the feather. Nothing super crazy there. I do need a little bit more crit hit rate with this setup. I don't quite have the gear. I haven't really made a bunch of, super heavy carry physical damage dealers yet. So we have 36% crit rate and 139% crit damage. If I can make that 50, 100 or, 50, 110, I would do that. Don't quite have that right there for us right now. Now her attack is lacking because you can see she's 71. She's not leveled up, and the weapon is also 70. So this is pretty decent. We're going to be going into, world rank AR 55, world rank 8 there, and we're going to be demolishing some stuff. You can see a lot of damage that she does do. Now constellations, like I said, do not matter. A lot of her constellations, guys, they're all about pyro damage. For this build, it does not matter. Pyro resistance on the C1, you don't care about that. This extra damage that does pyro damage, it's going to do a little bit of extra damage. Not that much, and it's pyro damage. We're not getting a lot of our damage from pyro there. Deep Fry, increasing the elemental skill and elemental burst level, we don't care. We're not using those for damage. Pyro NATO duration increase, we don't care about that. Pyro damage increase for our party, we don't care about that either. So this is a C0 build. You guys can get in there and have fun with that. When it's coming into team composition consideration, we're doing super conducts. We need a cryo character, we need an electro character for us there. Electro character, hands down, Fischl's the best. When you don't really want to use like Razor in this team, Razor is built to be a super heavy hyper carry on his own. We're using Xiangling in this circumstance to do that for us here. So Fischl, you're going to summon Oz. Oz is going to stick it on the battlefield. He's going to pepper your enemies with that electro damage every once in a while. That's going to give you that electro damage for that super conduct. On top of that, you guys do need that elemental particle for the Crescent Pike activation, and that little auto attack that Oz is going to be doing for you is going to generate the elemental particle for you, so you can have full uptime while Oz is out on the Crescent Pike 100% of the time, guaranteed. Now, you don't need Constellation 6 official for this build, but if you do, you're going to kind of double down on our fast attacking Crescent Pike proc activating thing, because you're going to get those bonus attacks from your Fischl's Oz. On top of that, you don't need Constellation 6 Fischl, but it will give you some bonus damage and make you kind of go even further beyond in that sort of scheme. Now, you do need a cryo character. Basically, Chi-Chi works, Diona works, Ganyu works, and Kea. They all work. They're all excellent at doing cryo while off the battlefield. Have a fast energy recharge on your Diona, on your Kea, on your Ganyu to make sure you have that AoE, whether it's the icicles around Kea or Diona's field or Ganyu's field. That's excellent there as well. Chi-Chi also has that little orb that's going to swing around and proc that superconduct, and that's what you're going to be getting. Superconduct between those two characters. That's fantastic, which leaves you with one last character, and in this circumstance, we're going to be using Bennett here. Bennett, if you don't have access to, Chi-Chi or Diona, he's going to fill that healer role for you there. He's going to do some nice stuff for you in different floors of the Abyss, keeps you healed up, and he's going to give you that nice attack bonus. Because if you look at the build that we're using here on this character, we don't have a lot of attack, right? That's primarily because our weapon has that physical damage bonus on it. So we're going to get that attack, and it's going to come into our physical damage bonus at 111%. So we're really going to just kind of smite these monsters in the ground. We have our heals, we have our superconduct, we have our damage everywhere. So let's go smite that boss. All right, so this is George. We're going to give George a nightmare. He's going to see so many numbers. He's going to have dreamed that he had taken that AP class that he signed up for, that he really didn't want to do that. But he's going to see all these numbers. So we have to, awaken the weak spot here. Take this out a little bit here. Take it out. Good to go. Drop this. Drop this. Drop this. Nice. And we have the field. Superconduct. Look at the numbers. Now remember, he's level 93. I'm 71. I'm 71, and we are absolutely destroying this guy, and he's gone. He's gone just like that. Remember, there's a damage reduction if enemies are higher level than you. You hit for even less. And remember, on top of that, we don't have our talent leveled up. She has a level 3 normal attack. So you can get in there, level this stuff up, and you're going to be really death by 1,000 cutting people with this build in Genshin Impact. It's very easy to do. If you guys are looking for a main damage carry, I highly suggest leveling up that Crescent Pike, getting a superconduct team together for that. And it kind of covers all of the different spaces too, right? If you wanted to take out different shields, you have pyro character, an electric character, and a cryo character in there for those Fatuis, or maybe for those slimes. Take those elemental shields out. You can have a lot of answers in there for a lot of those different things that you're going to run into in Genshin Impact, which makes this a very, very, very new player-friendly team if you can acquire certain things like Xiangling and Fischl, which we have had in the past. So maybe you started out earlier and you kind of like didn't really, put a team together. That's going to be excellent for you guys there. Guys, if you want to see more stuff like this, make sure you like this video, subscribe for more stuff for Genshin Impact content on the channel. I want to see how you think about this team, and if you've been using this team, down below as always. Until then, guys, take care, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.